Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Library of Ruina. Alrighty, so I've been told a small few times that apparently a mod that we have not played for quite some time, hint hint, has finally gotten an official English translation. So, I say let's finish the story and visit two routes, shall we? Now, disclaimer, I don't know what this chapter is about. I don't know how to do the double route thing. I literally am going into this blind, but either way, here we go. Time to get our true White Knight form back. Oh, hello, Book Hunter. It's been a while since we've seen you. So, yeah, it's been a hot minute since we've seen anything related to this mod, so you're gonna have to excuse if my knowledge is a little bit smoky. I don't remember the voice I gave the Book Hunter, so we're just gonna go classic. After the Smoke War, the Lobotomy Corporation took charge of the city's power grid by supplying enkephalin to the entire city very cheaply. Well, the people of the city may not know why the new wing collapsed on itself after only 10 years, without any external pressure. At Lobotomy Corp's headquarters, a massive TT2 project was running across the entire headquarters in cooperation with T-Corp. A giant 10,000-year iteration to arrive at a single answer, designed by the founder. Every employee starts the day as if they joined the company yesterday, dies, and when the stage is reset, all of their memories are wiped, and they start the day with a fresh mindset. Only I, deprived of the freedom of oblivion, was forced to commit everything to memory. The answer is...
What book are you looking at like that?
Ah, Miss Malkuth. I was looking at a book about Lobotomy Corporation.
Not a good book to read.
There was one thing I wanted to know. Well, since you are here, I might as well ask you. Malkuth, are you happy with your current life?
I have scattered the seeds of light, done my job, and what's missing is a dessert just around the corner. Everyone's definition of paradise is different, but I think this library is the closest thing to it.
Yeah, gonna have to work on Malkuth's voice. How many years have I been doing Malkuth's voice on and off, and I still haven't decided on one?
Hey, me again. That sounds great. So, you're gonna sweep the hallways today to make this place a paradise? Now, if you'll excuse me.
Netzak!
Huh? Netzak is the same as always. So, what did you want to know? I've worked with a few assistant librarians, whether it's in hospitality or like Netzak now, in the inner workings of the library, and I've noticed a void in what they say or do. That's really funny, considering she has been in our general works floor for who knows how long. It's like you don't know why you're doing this in the library, and you don't know why... You don't know why you're doing this in this library, and you don't know why you're doing this. Okay, repeated herself. And you don't want to rebel, and it's like something is missing in your heart. I guess when you live in a place where you can reach out and get a beer, you have to contribute something. I wanted to know if that's what they really wanted. If they joined Lobotomy because they needed a place to eat and sleep, and they wanted to be part of the story of this library. Or were they hoping for something else? Gibberra. It's our boy! Why is everyone showing up on this floor?
Does it really matter? Hello, it's been quite some time. Nice to see you.
Hakma, how long have you been here?
I don't know if you came down here wondering what happened to two librarians sweeping the hallways together, or if they're making more of a mess than cleaning it, but you're telling a funny story. There's only one reason we're telling this story together. They were in the headquarters during the Civil War, and everything that was in the headquarters just flowed into this place and was reconstructed.
So why were you an assistant at lobotomy?
Oh boy, you said the thing. You got him going.
I'm asking again, why does it matter?
What?
Look at them. They're not worried about starving. They're not worried about being bothered. And they're not worried about reaching out and grabbing all the beer they want. If someone asked me what paradise is, I would dare to call this place exactly that. The only thing missing is my...
Glorious. That's what he immediately starts in on the whole Aeon thing.
Even if they wanted something different, we've already been ousted from the city. What's the use of knowing about unattainable desires?
Hakma, what have you done to us?
I don't know. What do you think I've done to you?
I just tried to think of something in response to this guy's question. There's a weird void in my head, which is probably what he's talking about.
I hope you didn't have too much to drink with Roland last night.
That's not possible. Wait a minute, dude. Wait a minute. Why is this fitting in so well than literally 2 episodes ago? What's happening? This is all working perfectly well. That's not possible. And anyone who sees you now would be suspicious.
Well, since it was this child who reminded you of that void, let's delegate the choice.
Oh, this is this is our choice. Oh, okay. Well, a little sudden, but so one of these is the abnormality route. I don't know what that gives. And then the other one is sorry about that. My cords were all mangled. One is the abnormality route, and one is the ego route, I believe. And this is very, honestly, old information. I don't even know if that is a point anymore. I don't know which is which. I don't know if we can do both. I assume we can. I honestly don't even know what we're accepting. We're accepting knowledge, I guess? Yeah, sure, I accept. This may affect future progress. Are you sure you want to select this? Well, I don't know. Why can't you have just like an itty bitty ego abnormality? You know, that'd be that'd be nice. Okay, well, we'll start with I accept. Why not?
If it was something that really wasn't supposed to be known, you wouldn't have been so adamant about it. But why not just tell us right away and give us a choice?
The human condition changes in some way when we become aware of something we didn't know. What are you thinking?
So far, you, Hakma, have been silent. And I thought, if you are being silent, there must be a reason for that. That is what I thought to myself. After all, I was the one who librarians trusted, and most importantly, relied on.
Anything else?
Okay, Hakma, chill out.
Things can change in some form, but not necessarily in a positive way, right? The librarians were upset with me for the accident a few days ago, and...
Is that right?
If you're satisfied now, that's all that matters. Thanks for sharing, Hakma.
You're hiding something. I don't even think it's Hakma at this point.
If she doesn't want to know, we shouldn't know either.
I said I accept, though. What do you mean, doesn't want to know? Hey, do you want to know? I accept. All right, we're not going to tell you then. What? Hi, Angela. Hello, you're here now.
Whether that's because they've been sensitized by Hakma's advice, or you, too, may be something you don't want to face anymore.
Hello, Bina. What is happening?
You look deeply troubled, Angela. I wasn't expecting you to be here, but I was wondering if there was an event today that I didn't know about. The two librarians' ruckus reverberates through the philosophy floor, and the librarians seem to secretly wish it would stop. It's easy to organize a cluttered book for someone else, but it's not so easy to break a precious teacup in the commotion. You seem to have resigned yourself to the absurdity of repetition, and hope that today's tranquility will continue. Today's serenity. To continue the flow you've started, despite the hesitations and reservations of those around you. What can you say is wrong with being touched by that heart and letting go of the flow you held and sleeping with it? I just watch it all the time. The choice is, and always has been, yours.
Huh? Alright, this time we're gonna say I want to know. So, okay, I'm... Little minor complaint about structuring here. In English, and probably other languages too, but since English is the only one I really talk, that's, what I'm gonna reference. Usually yes is on top, and no is on bottom. So I want to know sounds like a yes, and it's on the bottom. And it also is yes, and is on the bottom. Meanwhile, I accept is also yes, but in this circumstance is no? I don't know. That's weird. Either way, I want to know. Same dialogue. Same dialogue. Oh.
I was thinking, I should know. I should know.
Why?
Isn't that what it all started with? A story about empowering the forgotten in the shackles of the city to fulfill their own desires? Whether you're happy with your life now or not, if that's what the library and Mrs. L's story started out as, I think that the paraprofessionals who were on that stage should at least be able to recognize what they originally wanted.
Even if they don't want it?
What? What do you...
Come with me, Gibera. You too.
What was that book? How could there be a book in the library with content so vile? You do realize that we have a book of Lovetown, right?
It was just like any other book until yesterday. However, Angela, why would you...
What's in the book, Hakma?
As we come to this conclusion, I simply ask you. Do you still want to know? Do you really want to know?
Huh? Yeah, like I said before.
Read it. It will answer your question.
What? Oh, yeah. Ugh. What's this thorny vine?
Oh, dude, the Vine reception mentioned. Whoa!
I can't even open it. Sorry. Will have to rip it off a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen a library book so badly maintained. Why is the light from the book...
What were you thinking to yourself earlier?
Are you ready, or are you still exhausted?
What's that? Wait. You!
Ugh! Why did it suddenly go from bright to dark? No idea.
Okay. English dialogue. Little iffy. However, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say for what, but I've actually done one English translation at this point. It's a lot harder than I gave it credit for, I'm gonna be honest. Because there's a lot of times that some words just don't match, and you kind of have to change the structure of a sentence just to make it fit, which can change sentences that are upcoming or beforehand. It's a lot rougher than I gave it credit for. Like, it was I had to do it to learn just how difficult it was. But, you know, whether I did a good job or not, totally unrelated. It's a lot harder than I gave it credit for, but I am still going to point out when mistakes happen. Like, that's just, it is what it is, you know?
You're not a librarian, although you look like one. Excuse me, what are you looking at? You were being punished, until just now.
Punishment?
Listen. Mom, look! I got into Company L!
Joining the wing I've heard so much about. This must be a dream, right? You won't have to worry about food anymore. Trust me.
This is... To those who were no more special than anyone else, but who were more desperate than anyone else, she held out a sweet fruit and whispered, "Eat this, and you will be happy." But what about the people who ate the fruit? Do you know what life was like for the staff at Lobotomy HQ?
Repeating 50 days in the isolation of the headquarters.
He was sacrificed to the desires of Angela and Sephira without a moment's respite, only to be forcibly given life again, only to die again for their desires. The life they were supposed to have outside of L-Corp was trampled underfoot, as if it was never there in the first place, as if it was a given. Just before the Seed of Light blossomed again, I pitied the assistants, who had only been sacrificed to the end of the stage, and I wanted to give them strength.
Oh my god. There's been a rebellion. A rebellion of assistant librarians? Name drop.
I tried to help them, because I didn't want them to be sad, because I wanted them to have a place on the stage reserved for the patrons and Angela. That stage was just a repetition of the slaughter, which is to be expected, since it was meant to fulfill a desire that could not be fulfilled in the first place.
An unfulfillable desire?
A decade had already passed, and the assistants were not allowed to leave the library. Life beyond L-Corp. The lives and deaths of the families they left behind have long since weathered away in the city's time, leaving only vengeance. That inferno of unreachable desires was brought to an end by one man, and everyone on stage forgot their desires once again. Only I had to take it all, because that's what you deserve for trying to walk off the stage. I thought that was okay. At least if I suffered, their unreachable resentment would not hurt others, or themselves. It didn't matter that I was worn and broken, I thought. But now it's all for naught.
Where did they go?
They learned what they wanted to know.
Why did you send them alone?
If I didn't take over, you would have had the same fate.
Pretty. What am I gonna do with a kid who's gotten worse while I've been gone?
What would have been different if we had gone?
This looks like a half-hearted, half-restoration of an eroded ego. There's no way Ian would have done such a sloppy job.
And your heart is worn out from being alone with the whirlwind of emotions that everyone should have remembered.
That's really the reason? Ha! Yeah, well, even if it was,
You didn't really need to do that.
As a corollary, have you forgotten that not long after that incident, the Blue Reverberation and his crew stormed into the library?
If everyone had remembered that day and stood up to those... It would have been a unifying force. In other words, we've once again forced someone else to sacrifice for our ideals.
That is a sin this child deserves to bear, Gibera.
Cut the crap! How long... Whoa! How long are you guys gonna masturbate to the idea that you're so him? Who pushed us into an ending that will erode even the life we've regained in the light?
From the beginning, you were only thinking of sacrificing us all for your noble cause. Can you tell me that you, like the Black Silence, would have made the choice to save us all at the end? Can you tell me that you ever, even for a moment, thought about it?
Can you wash your mouth and say that it cannot end in an imperfect light? That you denied the script that could have been completed? And then, right, you put all of us who could have gone to rest into the shackles of light. Life? Light? I don't know, it's pretty blurry. That you would have made a different choice in that moment?
To you, we were just cogs in the machine to achieve an ideal form, start to finish, not humans like you. You filthy who will laugh at everything we would have wanted, everything we should have received, and pass it off as worthless compared to your noble ideals.
You and the years after you, who deceived us with their arrogant mouths and failed to grant anyone's wish, are all the same. There was no way I could have fought Tanya or those other blue guys while harboring such blooming emotions. Well, actually, if you're emotion level 5, I think you could solo Tanya pretty easy. As ever, you're always so cruel.
Do you think you would have gotten to where you are today for that reason alone?
Can't help but feel sorry for this little guy, whose purpose is only to deny. Okay. Now I understand why they sent the innocent guy alone.
Get ready, because no matter what the answer is, you'll want to be able to see it.
Okay, let's give it a shot. And so it begins. Names are untranslated, but that's fine. Oh, I like these suits. I like these suits a lot. Okay, so I apologize. You're going to be slightly blind throughout the reading of these passives. Endured to absolutely everything. Crazy Assistant Secretaries page. Feeling a betrayal. In the previous scene, target the librarian who used the combat page against his character. If there is no target, attack Angela. Frenzy. If no damage is dealt during the scene, take damage equal to 15% of max health and gain 1 strength and endurance for this scene. This will not be triggered if you are staggered at the end of the scene. Man-Eating Hatred. At the beginning of scene 6, remove all passives from yourself and obtain the abnormal page Gaze. Nothingness. Combat start applies 3 layers of corrosion to all characters. I can't see because there is a massive page in the way. After use, if you are not staggered, it will cause damage to Angela equal to the number of unused parry dice in this page, x the number of corrosion stacks existing on the page. Lament. If the target is staggered, this page will be used on Angela. Damage increase applied to the dice on this page also increases staggered damage dealt. Okay. Triple Insanity. If the target is staggered, this page will be used on Angela. Gluttony. Each time the dice on this page deal damage, an ally recovers health equal to half the amount of damage dealt. Lonely. Each time the dice on this page deals damage, Angela takes equal to half that
amount. Sorry, hiccup.
Alienate.
Dealing damage using both this... Oh, I skipped a line. Whoops, my bad. Get a grip, Shadow. Come on. Come on. You got a lot more reading to do. You can't start stumbling here. Dealing damage using this page causes both the target and the attacker to take damage. And fear. If all the offensive dice on this page hit the target will be staggered. Now, Angela? Ineffective to absolutely everything. Falling into despair, unable to act. The first phase, upon emotion level ? By strength, reaching 1 if there is Book Hunter's page in the library and the health is not 1 after the end of scene 6. Don't know what that means, but alright. Original Sin. At the beginning of each scene, all characters gain 1 damage up and gain 1 fragile. Each time this passive is triggered, the number of stacks gained will be increased by 1. Broken Heart. At the beginning of each scene, the assistant with the fewest abnormality book pages will receive a special abnormality page, and gain a speed dice until the end of the act. If it is scene 6, all assistant librarians will receive a special abnormality page. And Dying Light. When the health of a character other than yourself in this stage reaches 1, it will recover all physical strength and reduce its health slash max health, which one, ? By -50. If you're asking me, it's max health. Max health is a lot more of a proper term, because if it's just... So, basically, if it's at 1 health and it reduces its health, it's at -49. But if its max health gets reduced, that's, it's max health. Again, that feels like it's asking the person playing it, but that's fine. Gabura's page, the strongest, retaliate, and understanding. Destroy an offensive dice when rolling it against a staggered target. Slash with a broadsword, Instinct. Draw 1 page and gain 2 stacks of strength next scene. Instinct. The effect is triggered when the sum of damage dealt by the dice on the page is more than 8. That is a really interesting way. I like that keyword for Gabura, Instinct. That is... Great job. Great job. Double slash with a broadsword. No, triple slash with a broadsword. Double stab straight with a broadsword. Instinct. At the end of the scene, 1 point of light is restored and 1 page is drawn. Great sword Yoko Setsu. Don't know if I said that right. Instinct. Restore 2 points of light and gain 3 stacks of damage up in the next scene. On hit, inflict 3 bleed next scene, up to twice. Hold your breath and concentrate. Combat start. The maximum and minimum value of the target's dice for the scene and your own dice are -3. On hit, gain 3 stacks of strength on yourself in the next act. Okay, so weaken yourself for 1 turn and then become OP the next. Onrush ? If this page is used and there are other pages not targeted by the player, when the offensive dice of this page hits, use this page again up to 2 times, clashing with those pages. Oh, so it's Limbus Company's defense assist. Okay. Each time the page is used again in this way, the maximum value of all dice on this page is reduced by -3. Clash win, destroy all dice on the target's page. Hakma. Young Hakma, actually. Recorder. At the beginning of each scene, the target that's staggered in the previous scene has fate. Has 1 positive effect removed for every stacks of fate it has. Embracing the past, creating the eyes of the future. Immune to damage from abnormality pages. The counterattack damage inflicted will not be reduced by the value of the offensive dice. Belief. When rolling a defensive dice, if there is no matching die, a random type of offensive die with a maximum and minimum value equal to half of it will be placed. Don't really know what that means. Dice created from this do not deal physical damage. So we just hit for free if they can't clash us, I guess? Changqian Pocket Watch. On use, recover 3 points of light and draw 1 page. At the end of the scene, redraw the 1 page used this scene by yourself and Gebura, and reduce its cost by -1 in the next scene. Restore 3 points of health and stagger resist to all allies, do it again, and then counter, Clash Win applies 1 stack of Fate to the target. Long Quest for the Truth. On use, for every 3 stacks of Destiny the target has, the maximum and minimum values of all dice on this page +1. Restore 5 points of health and stagger resist to all allies up to 3 times. Pure counter dice. Combat start this scene and the next scene will cause all friendly characters to gain 2 stacks of protection and stagger protection, and gain an additional 2 endurance. Clash Win applies 1 stack of Fate to the target, and then do it again. Revelation. Clash Win if the target has Destiny. You know, there's some IRL lore on why I say Destiny that way. I'll go into it mid-fight, but it's not necessarily the happiest reason that I say that, but it is to keep someone's memory. Roll all the dice in the target page to add stagger damage equal to the dice value and destroy the dice. On hit, apply 5 stacks of Fate to the target and gain 2 stacks of endurance on yourself at the start of the next scene. And God sends prophets. At the end of the scene, each additional stack of Destiny. This scene will cause 2 points of damage to all enemy characters and restore 2 health and stagger resist to itself and Gebura. Clash Win apply 1 stack of Fate to the target up to 3 times. Hey, I know that music. Honestly, good music, good choice. Limbus music, boppin'. What do you have? Oh, Ruddled Welts and Mountain of Corpses? Are you for real, bro? Okay, so Mr. Middleman needs to die, like, immediately, because that is insane? Okay, so they're all going for Angela, right, we knew that. Okay. Red Mist fills the air, by the way, new page. Destroy all dice on the target page on a hit with the offensive dice of this page. If its dice cannot be destroyed, the power of all the target's dice in this scene will be reduced by -5. Clash Win, destroy all dice on the target's page. Okay. Oh, what's that? Can't destroy your dice? Well, I can sure weaken them. It's not another Unbreakable situation, is it? Well then, shall we begin what is no doubt to be a long endurance test of a reception? Begin! Okay, as expected, Mr. Middleman has quite a bit of power, but we gain even more next scene. 8 damage, so we draw and get a page. Black! 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 Good stuff. The Long Quest for the Truth. Okay, good stuff. Deity being used for free. Whoa, and like 40 damage was just done. Oh no, we are fatal to everything. Oh, what? Oh, but so are they, though. Okay, there is that. So are they. Okay, so you can tell who has abnormality pages because they suddenly get a second speed dice. That's a good visual indicator. So middle guy has Ruddled Welts and Mountain of Corpses. This guy has Lament, 7th Bullet, and Dark Flame. Okay, good thing we got a bunch of strength this turn because holy, we are in some trouble. Let's go for a clash immediately, because if we win this clash, boom, all the dice are completely gone. We no longer have to deal with them. You are fatal to everything, so let's get some strength. Then, let's get some damage up and some light. Then, because we are being pretty targeted by quite a bit, let's go for Reminiscing. That way we can get a little bit of block value. So let's see, 3. Okay, let's get a little bit more protection. And then Gabura should auto-clash with these two. And it should be fine. Let's go. Onrush! Instant stagger. Counter dice does get countered. That's fine. Okay, we have so much protection that we are relatively good to go. Slash with a broadsword, getting more than enough damage to get its effects. We don't get a stagger there, but that's fine. Block! Block!
Deity.
Okay, that's what Deity is. Okay, I see. It's based on the amount of block dice that we haven't used. It automatically picks a target and just deals damage for free. Okay, I get it. Oh, you get modded ones? Oh, no. Good thing he missed one, or else we would have had to deal with Hyper Phillip this turn. Oh, they get modded ones too. Okay. That's epic. Oh. I don't think it's the right time to go for Red Mist Fills the Air, by the way, so let's just clash with everything we've got. So we're gonna go here, boom, big value. Then we go slash with a broadsword, boom, big damage. I do not want to concentrate this turn because we have too many actually really nasty attacks coming towards us. What we can do, though... Let's see, this is based on fate, right? You have 8 fate, so... Let's go boom, big damage from Hakma. Then we can do
The long quest for the truth.
and that'll be it.
Revelation.
Okay, we don't quite get a stagger, but we do now. Ooh, instantly stops our attack, though. Another stagger going down. Blocked. Okay, and then we get to attack for free. Deity also going off, dealing some more stagger. Angela just took 50 damage for free. I'm not sure why that happened. Also, good thing we just staggered him, because the dude in the top left just freaking got Tiff Zodia. Are you for real? Hate, despair, greed, wrath, and Nyx. Okay, so they're just doing the strongest things from every single floor. Am I understanding that correctly? Because it sure feels like I am. Buddy here is not able to do anything, probably because he deleted all of his cards. La-mow. Okay, let's Pocket Watch, and then Pocket Watch again. Then, Gabura, you are left with the choice here. You have to kill the Jester in the back. There's, like, actually nothing else to be done about it. You need to kill that guy in the back. Where'd all my pages go? Oh, good. Then, in the middle of the chaotic cry, someone shouted, "It's the monster! The big scary bird of the planet!" The Beast! We're against every floor's hyper buff thing. And also, I just want to point out, we are extremely debuffed at the moment. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So, combat start, we gain erosion. Nothing to be done about that. We can't stop that. Because we also did not use Hold Your Breath and Concentrate, because she immediately got rid of it, we don't have strength to work with this turn. So, let's just hit here. Now we'll hold our breath. And then let's gain even more strength. Then, Mr. Blockma. Oh, you're in for a bit of a rough time, but
God sends his prophets.
then let's gain some endurance, because I think we're gonna need it. And then we'll go for the empty pocket watch, and that should just be good enough. Here we go. missed the next 2 clashes. That's probably because we debuffed ourselves, and the fact that we're at -5 strength at the moment because of a certain jester. Okay, honestly, blocks going pretty well. It's also a whole lot of green, but that's okay. Stagger going down. I'm blinded. What is that? What just happened? Leer? Oh no, do they all have Leer. Everybody has Leer. They are all dealing and taking double damage. We cannot let Angela take damage this turn or she is literally dead. Are they using like a hyper? Oh, you bet they are. They're using Lament. Okay, well, we are completely even as far as strength goes, so hope that kills. Hope that staggers or kills. We can't do anything else. That's all we got. We could go for... I don't know if Onrush would work, actually. Let's go for Long Quest, because this is going to recover quite a bit of health. And I think that we should be able to block it. So let's go double Long Quest. And then let's also get some Stagger and Stagger Protection. Go! That is not a lot of damage, considering they're taking, like, double right now. Oh, it's because they keep going back to full health. We won. Also, Angela is at 1 health. Or I guess not Angela.
Please calm down and listen to me. There's no meaning to this. You already know.
It doesn't have to mean anything. Did our life and death ever have meaning?
But
I don't want to hear your answer or anything. Yeah, what can we do to change that? We can rip their throats out. 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 Tell us, Mr. Cheese, are you going to tell me that you really didn't know? We trusted you. And I don't know about the other librarians, but we trusted that you were truly there for us. Even you were the one who would eventually put us all in that dang light and turn your head.
He's like, huh?
Why bother listening to the answer? What difference does it make what they say now? The guy in the back alley who stole your bread and shamelessly trampled on you is no different than the guy standing in front of you right now. Everywhere I go, I'm just a rat who's always being robbed and begging for forgiveness. Yes, that's right. Even if a wretch like me were to struggle, who among the city's high and mighty would look up? Who would remember? Now it's just that.
Is this a certain true white knight speaking?
Yesterday, they were as close as if they could share their souls. And now they're pointing knives at each other, blinded by longing. Whose fault is this? The kid who opened the box because he didn't know what to expect? No, it is the fault of the Sephiras, who knew all of this and still trampled on the seeds of light. If not, it's Ayan and Angela's fault.
Oh, I see what these double dashes are for now. I see. They're comments from whoever's doing the translation. Okay, I understand now.
It's Ayan and Angela's fault for setting up such a cruel stage.
Miss Carmen, you are the one who told Angela to make the library? Are you stupid? Is there a lore reason for this? Anyone remember that meme?
There's nothing wrong with our wishes. It is not because of any absurdity that the desires of the more selfish survive, and the less selfish must bury their hearts. Because everyone already knows that if we, who are only concerned with ourselves, unleash our own desires, the end result will be the destruction of all. We were created to survive. Therefore, I accept it as wrong, and I hope that there would be a tomorrow when everyone could fulfill each other's wishes, even though it is truly wrong. I wanted it, I did it, and now they're all suffering for it. Still, are you going to turn a blind eye to all of this, hoping that someone else will shine a light of salvation on you again, and you will burn in it?
Oh, I see. This is, Angelos talking.
It is what I was supposed to do. You already knew this without me telling you, right? If you had embraced it fully from the beginning, those behind you would not have died so senselessly. If you had fully embraced it in that second, they would not have had a peaceful day without having to think about the craving you planted in them. Opportunity should only be given to those who deserve it, not some ugly snake that has ruined everything twice. The answer I should have accepted. He has gathered followers by calling them to a false ideal. I smiled at the absurdity of the bondage that surrounds us and said that we should lead our sick selves in a better direction, and the expectations of many people gathered around me. One by one, I looked at myself behind my back, not at the stars beyond, and tried to cover my eyes. Someone so innocent steps into the beyond on my behalf and speaks. The star you said is definitely shining.
Hello.
It wasn't always me who took steps toward the star I pointed to, because I knew that beyond the tips of my feet was a cliff, and yet I could not suppress my desire for the stars until I confirmed it was someone's blood. It's just a repetition of finally realizing that everything you did was just an illusion, when you finally hear the death of another innocent person. That's right, because I can't even take a single step on my own. I can't even think of facing the people who were ruined by me again. Even if you forcibly give it life by stitching together the crumbling filth, it could not even take a single step. No matter what kind of shell you put on to cover up your sins, the ugliness inside does not change. No matter how much I hope this time will be different, everything I do is nothing but poison that makes everyone sick. Therefore I peel the shell.
Literally unreadable.
Woohoo!
That's what we're looking for.
There can be no such thing as a paradise where everyone's hearts can truly be accepted. Because in the end, we have no choice but to pursue only our own desires. Anything that denies that and says it truly has a heart for others is nothing but ugly arrogance that has no hesitation in harming everyone else for the sake of it. Because it is nothing more than a sin so ugly that it throws everything around it into the fire pit in order to follow its own path. And in the end, it even throws itself away, making it impossible to even lament. Disobedience born of one dirty arrogance has made you all sinners, and the paradise you stayed in has been reduced to a hell where nothing can be accepted. How can we, who are in the bondage of sin, hope for salvation and say that we are truly saved? There is no way to escape from that sin, and tomorrow will just be another repeat of today. Can we truly say we are saved? The only thing that saves you is getting you out of a life that won't change that much. Let's sink together. Break away from all the bonds and loggings that have trapped us, and go to the paradise we were meant to be.
I don't know what route we picked, but I'll tell you what. I am down for it. If you do not have a mark, when receiving fatal damage,
You will die.
Eager, upon death, other assistant librarians will fully recover health and stagger resist, and all resistance will be increased by 1 level during the stage. Actor on stage. When the reception is restarted, the reception will start from this stage. All passive abilities will change when switching. Choose to give up the reception in the reception preparation interface to initialize the reception. Choose to give up the reception in the reception preparation interface to initialize. Okay, I see. So, if we want to do an actual full restart, proceed as normal. If we want to do it from here, cancel immediately. Okay. Host of stage. When switching stages, all friendly characters will recover 2 light and draw 1 page. Okay. And how about you in the back? Pulsation. At the end of each act, if all surviving assistant librarians have marks, the page will be changed. Whisper. Apply 1 mark to the attacker when hit. Apply 6 stacks of mark to all characters at the beginning of the 5th scene. When switching phases, all apostles will fully recover their health and stagger resistance and change the effect of mark. Erosion. Mass summonation. The value of the dice clashing with the page of this page becomes 0 and will not deal damage or stagger damage on hit. If the target is staggered, it will release the chaos and use the book page on itself. Oh, so we need to mass stagger everyone, huh? Interesting. At the start of the next scene, user cannot be targeted by the target. Oh, so we can't let them... Okay. Clash win at the start of the next scene, gain 2 haste. Clash lose. Gain 1 extra speed die for the next scene. Oh, so there's some we need to clash with and some that we want to avoid. Okay. Okay, I gotcha, I think. So in that case, we go here. Ooh, we can't stop that one. Okay, hang on. Let's use a counter dice. So we go boom, 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 easy. Ignore that one. Ignore that one. Gotta clash that. Okay. Ignore. Okay. So long quest. Okay. Now, reminiscing about memories. Boom. And that's pretty much all we can do right now, right? Okay, let it ride. Erosion. Oh, and it just gets rid of most of their... Okay, I see. So that's also quite useful, though. Yeah, and they can't break through her shield, so even though they hit her, it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, I gotcha. So you're staggered now. So in a perfect world, we're able to just kind of work with that. So this guy dies, which is good. We like that. Don't worry about this dice. Don't worry about this dice. That one. Okay. Because these aren't going to go off because they immediately lose the mass summonation. So we don't need to worry about those. Okay. But we don't necessarily want to clash that one. Although, I don't think we want her to become staggered, right? So I just want to get a little bit of a closer look at this. That is such a cool model. Whoever did the modeling work for, honestly, the entirety of this mod just did such a wonderful job. This looks legit. This looks like it's straight from the actual base game. It is a beautiful modeling work. Dude, I'm just saying, if, anybody ever decides to make a Sally model, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Dude, wings like this, oh my god, beautiful. Anyway, I should have zoomed out first, but that's alright. Erosion gets 1 kill. Okay. We are weakened for the scene, but we're going to be empowered next scene, so we like that. You're staggered, so you're going to take some big boy damage next turn. Okay, staggered as well. Good stuff. You get some hits, but it doesn't matter. Ooh, she's purple. Some would argue that's pink, but... Erosion. It's... Interesting. Why did you change colors? Oh, are we supposed to let all 4 die at the same time? Is that how we're supposed to be doing this? Okay. Okay, hang on a minute. I think I'm onto something. Okay, yeah. I think we're technically supposed to let all of them die at the exact same time. Okay. I'm gonna go for Onrush because we can't block this easily. I think I'm missing something here. If you have Mark, you'll be unable to act for the scene. If you do not have Mark, when receiving fatal damage, you will die. Oh, I see. So I am doing this fight incorrectly, I think. I'm going to try something weird this turn. I'm actually going to do a tiny bit of damage to, Oh, no. You know what? Let's not do that. Alright. Just keep going as we're going. So they all lose their pages, but they're all effectively immune now. Although, staggered. Good. Block! So, what is that? 3 staggers now? Okay, and then red mist fills the air. Ah! Okay, they're all staggered now. Oh. Uh-oh. Wake up! You know what you're looking at!
So, you're finally giving me the answer you promised? That's right. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much we scream at you, we won't get our time back, and our tomorrow won't change. Now, finally.
Hakma, you need to wake up and get these guys. Eh?
Pretty.
You. No, that's not possible.
Do you remember the question I asked you when you first saw me, Benjamin? Am I Angela? Or am I just the shell of Angela that they want me to be? I think I can answer that now, and you know it.
Yeah, you knew that all along. And yet I know how you felt when your teacher caught you just as you were about to fall. Why can't you fathom what it must have been like for someone to turn the pages of a book that they knew would end up like this, but believed in the possibility of it?
Blinded by misconceptions, you don't see the error of your ways, so you repeat them over and over again. It is nothing more than the sins I have committed that have blinded him and you to this hell. It's time to end a sad stage that should never have happened in the first place.
Cutting all the librarians off from this library. Is that the end you're talking about? No matter what you do, if Angela snaps her fingers, it's all for naught.
I have faith in you and Angela, that you will not repeat yourselves, that you will not fall prey to my vain temptations. You will see through the vain temptation of pity, and know what true salvation is for the cogs who had to be stripped of everything and shaved off the backstage. All I can do is keep my hands clean, so you don't get them dirty.
That's just self-righteousness! Hakma, you wouldn't have come out of that cocoon if you were going to be swayed by the words of others.
Yes, raise your sword, Callie. You've always been right.
I don't think everything I do is right. It's just what I had to do. Get ready, Hakma. Let's leave the behinds to Angela and do what we need to do right now.
Yea, to walk in the past. Thou art branded.
There's a Millie song playing. Well, if there's ads on this video, just know it's not me. You know, people tell me that apparently Millie songs don't copyright people. That has not been my experience. It has happened every single time a Millie song is played. But, hey, as long as it's not blocking it in some countries, it's whatever. Alrighty, time to go up against True Bloom Paradise. Serpent of Original Sin. The damage taken is shared by the characters with Mark. Your own dice cannot be destroyed. 666 health, by the way. False Salvation. At the end of each scene, if you do not have any remaining dice, the whisper of all characters will be removed, and the brand stacks will be lowered by 1. If the character is a librarian, gain 20 strength and fully recover stagger resist. Whisper. Whenever the dice on the stage are rolled, if the attack is one-sided, inflict 1 whisper to all other characters. Deep Sleep. At the end of using the page, if you have not lost any clashes, the target will be staggered. If the target is already staggered, kill them. Brand. All dice power plus 8. The damage and stagger damage dealt by Blooming Paradise will be distributed to all characters on the field. At the end of each act, if there are no dice left in Blooming Paradise, reduce the stack by 1. Meanwhile,
Nibbled light.
Shimmering Text. You know the deal. I love the transparency on that. Yeah, you know the deal.
Momentary rest. If you receive fatal damage without having brand, lose all whispers and enter a suspended state. Gain the ability to act at the end of the scene upon obtaining brand. Slavery. When you have brand and receive fatal damage or become staggered, 1 stack of brand will be consumed. And health and stagger resistance will be fully recovered. Each time this effect is triggered, you will gain 1 stack of strength and endurance.
This scene / until the end of the act initialized when you feign death. Huh? Since they're only pseudo White Knight, by the way, I wasn't doing the White Knight voice, but here we go! We were rolling actual 1s. Wow, I thought we had a lot more clash power than that. Alright, I guess we're just effing dead. Lamau? What? What? What was I supposed to do there? Huh? Yes. Instantly lose clash and die. Wait, what? That's just it? Wait a minute. Okay, so what do we do here? We leave? No. Okay, so... let's just try again. Hang on. Hang on a minute. So we go here. Yep, skip. I want to know. Yep. Uh-huh. What? Oh my god. When it said leave to... Oh my... We have to do the whole fight again, don't we? Son of... And we're back. Okay, so, yeah. I think I might know what happened, right? So, I think what happened is there is a relatively high chance... that this was used against us. Deterrence, Bina. In this scene, the target's power increase or decrease effect is reversed. The effect is regarded as a status ailment. Yeah, so all that extra power we had was turned into debuffs, and also they have a lot less branding this time. I don't know why, but here we go. Raw! Huge AoE being done. Gabura is still rolling ones, which I'm not fully certain why that's happening, but you know what? It is what it is. We are still dealing an itty-bitty amount of damage, and we're getting stats next scene. Deity rolling absolutely crazy. Okay. Right. Oh, yeah, also, Carmen's pages. Totally forgot to read those. Lament. Start if the target uses a combat page that is not the target in this scene. All dice values of the target's current book page will be 0. On hit, apply 10 stacks of Whisper to all other characters 3 times. Hang on, I gotta decipher what this means. If the target, right, so for example, Hakma, uses a combat page that is not the target... Huh? So if Hakma doesn't use a dice against Hakma? Or is it referring to Carmen? Is it saying... So if we don't clash with Carmen, we're in trouble, basically. I think that's what that's meaning? That's worded very oddly, though. Yeah, here's the thing, though. I don't know that we're going to be able to win any of these clashes, so may as well get some counter dice up and rolling. King's Landing. After use, if at least one effective throw is triggered, point victory / hit, an actionable apostle will attack the target unilaterally. What? What does that mean? So it's an unopposed attack for free, basically, but what is the wording? On hit, restore 10 points of health / stagger to all allies and add an equal amount of damage and stagger damage to the target. Then do it again. Okay. Right. So, I guess that's all Hakma can do for this turn? Also, what is this? Whisper. Each time it's applied, it will cause itself to suffer 1 to 2 points of damage and stagger damage. If it is an apostle, it will be restored instead. When the number of stacks reaches 40, this effect will be removed, and 1 stack of brand will be obtained. At the end of the scene, if there are no dice left in Blooming Paradise, this effect will be removed. Cheat. Every 3 stacks of brand in the stage will increase the power of all dice in this page by 1. Yeah, you're telling me cheat. Fine, we're going for Bloody Storm and hoping for the best. Indulgence. Remove all dice from this page and copy the target dice onto the page. Okay. That's fine. Fanaticism. When the dice hits a target, if it's a parry dice, it will cause damage equal to max health times dice value %. I don't know what that means. Okay. I guess just let it roll then, because most of what we're doing is going to be countered from the sounds of it. We do destroy a majority of dice, so that is very, very good. Our block dice working out very nicely for us. Counter dice stopping all that. Okay, we get absolutely red misted into a straight up stagger. Wow, okay. So wait a minute. That means if she hits him again, he just dies now, right? Our counter dice getting hard countered. Whole lot of damage incoming. Ugh. And we get staggered on what seems to be the very final page. No, okay, there was one more. I like how he's taking stagger damage because he just got instant staggered. So we're just dead again, right? Pronouns sentence. It's supposed to be pronounce sentence. The target's power does not increase while using this page. I like the idea of that, of guy. Or girl. You just explode immediately after getting pronouns. So yeah, we're just dead. There's like nothing we can do here. We're both staggered. What is this fight? What? Now, I also want to see, if we just press continue, is it gonna make us redo everything again? Skip. I want to know. Yeah. Skip. Alright, throw us back in. Oh my god. You're gonna make... Oh, it's Angels of Ruina all over again! I think I know what I need to do. I need to stagger all 4 librarians before this stage even begins. I think that's what I'm doing wrong. We're not even supposed to, like, let them hit this stage, ideally. But since we're here, may as well try. Counter dice. Okay, all damage is stopped from Giga Carmen. Block!
More strength next scene. The quest to block them all. Wah!
Extra light, we like that.
Onrush!
Ah, double block does not end up working out. Counter dice, your emotion level decreases by 3. Okay, do take a tiny bit of one-sided damage. Ugh, we're out of block. Still have plenty of counters, but we are out of block. Okay. So, Lament being used once again. I really don't know what to do against Lament. I'm gonna be honest. Actually, yes I do. We completely counter Lament. So we basically have to devote... Yeah, we have to devote one or the other to deal with purely Carmen. Okay. So I'm gonna be honest. Ego amplification, we're going for Mountain of Corpses this time. Who's that hitting? Right here? That's fine. Right here. Right here. Okay, those are all fine targets. I think. Then, 7 to 12, pretty good chance. Let's see. Stab, get rid of that. We're not quite fast enough, so you know what? Let's try and get through those block dice as well. Now, Hakma, you're on your own. We can block that with the Chingan Pocket Watch. We can block that with counters. Parry dice. What counts as a parry dice? Is that counter slash or is that counter block? I don't know what a parry counts as. Let's just go for a regular block. And then we're not faster, so hopefully that just stops it. Here we go. Mountain. Wah! Huge damage being done. Now, stab at this false god. Extra strength, next turn. Actually, we didn't do enough damage. Never mind. Enough! Wah! Cut through this BS. Now, block, block. Double counter. Good damage. Good stuff. You can't block me forever. Okay.
But I can certainly block you.
Okay, so parry dice counts as block. Okay. Or parry dice just counts as counters in general. I don't know. Either way, we're stopping a whole lot of effects. Revive goes down, so we technically killed one of the apostles. We've killed 2 apostles. Hakma is staggered, though, so we're in a bad way. Honestly, I think this is where it ends. I'm gonna be honest, I think this is where it ends. Do we have anything we can use for free? Yes, actually. Ego amplification, once again. We're going for Bloody Storm. Then... the cheat. That's just gonna win a clash no matter what we do. There's honestly nothing we can do about that. Indulgence, let's go for Greatsword. Get some damage up. Still can't do anything about the cheat. It just is what it is. Let's do that. Stab here. And then we're not fast enough to stop anyone else. Okay. Just try and get some strength. Hope that we survive. Okay, counter dice, hard carrying us right now. Ugh, but now they're gone. Alright, we're vulnerable. It's just too many attacks. We can't stop them all. Yeah. Here we go again. Yeah, and because we're... I mean, unless she just, like, drops dead for no reason. She's going baptism, lament, da-da-da. Timing this is so difficult. So, yeah, another fail. So, looks like we're going into hard mode once again. So, I'm pretty sure the deal is you're supposed to stagger all 4 at the exact same time. That way, when the pulse happens, they just die. But that's not how this tends to go. So, I don't know. Also, if they get to hit Carmen at any point, they immediately get stacks of mark, which means they're effectively unstoppable at that point. They also can't be killed once they use mark. So, you know what? Knowing what's coming next, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I am just going to absolutely spam. We are gonna do nothing but spam and buff ourselves. So, here we go. Ugh. There's got to be, like, some kind of specific order to do it. Or I'm just not managing my resources well enough. I really couldn't tell you. But either way, I know the goal is to stagger all 4 at once. Because then all 4 die at once. Which, I don't know if that just makes the next phase so that there's no assistant librarians at all. Or if they're just significantly weakened. Or if we go to a totally different version of the fight. Dunno. So they don't keep their stagger, though. They do recover the stagger. Also, they have significantly more brand this time, so clearly we did not do something right. Let's go for ego amplification, and then... you know what? 6... We can do it one more time. You know what?
So be it. I will burn every last bit of this miserable planet if it means that I get my chance to kill you. Now burn.
Well, that didn't go super well. So, you ready to see us die in a single turn? I am. Yeah, I think that this particular version of the fight is actually made to be unbeatable because you're supposed to do the combo in the previous, whatchamacallit? The previous version of this fight. Yeah, like, look at all that power. That's just ridiculous, bro. And then even when you do kill them, they revive. So you can't just kill them outright, because they're just going to chain revive. Presumably until 12 total apostles have been killed, I imagine. You also can't stagger them in the previous thing to go into this one, so it's a puzzle fight, except they didn't give you anything to work with. You also need to look at these pages carefully, because some of them, yeah, just completely hard counter Hakma, or, you know, Gabura, or just whatever, so whatever, let's just get to the restart. Dude, no way! Everybody is stunned! Wait a minute. Actual big value? Huge value? Colossal value? Wait a minute.
This is it, boys. This is it. This is what we have been waiting for. Let it not go to waste.
You know what? I don't care if we get no value. I am just whacking you. I'm giving you the smackdown of a lifetime. And I'm giving you fate.
Wash away the filth!
Alright, well, good news. That's not what we're supposed to do. Well, I mean, hey, we're getting apostle stacks. I don't know what that's really gonna do for us, but it's power for this phase, so... Oi! You guys are all staggered! What do you mean you all get to use an attack? Oh, you guys are such cheaters. Are you for real? They didn't even have any dice slotted. How am I supposed to counter that? That's insane. Well, hey. Power when using dice on Blooming Paradise -6. Oh, great. So, yeah. Why would we even hit her in the previous scene? It just debuffs us. That... Ugh. Alright, go. Yeah, we're hyper debuffed, I know. But you know what? An attempt is an attempt.
Onrush!
Whatever. Freaking dude, instant staggered, instant killed. So basically, don't hit her in the previous scene. And what? That's kind of just it. Don't hit her in the previous scene. You cannot kill the dudes in the previous scene, so don't even try. Wait, I actually killed one. Wait, what? What? Now, how did I do that? Because if I can figure out how to replicate that and potentially kill 2 of them before this phase, we might be in business. Alright, I don't know what try this is. Editing Shadow can deal with that. But I know that this is our time. We killed 2 of the apostles. That is significantly less than we have to deal with now.
So, shall we?
Here we go. Raw. Okay, 4 of her dice dealt with. If we can deal with all of her dice, then they are going to lose a bit of their baptism or whatever the stack is called. As long as we don't get hit 3 times, of course. Wow, that's a lot of power they're getting. Red Mist tries to get rid of all the counter dice. I don't know that it worked, but in theory, it was a good idea. Okay, counter dice helping us out. Good stuff. No counter dice. Okay, so it should be lowered by 2. Or no, wait, no, she gave them 2, so we did actually lower it by... Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't get it. Frickin' whatever. I don't know anymore, bro. Escape. If target does not have any status element to damage, plus 10 power when clashing against parry dice. Okay, yeah. So... Lament. So you're only going to go after Gabura this turn. Gotcha. Then let's go ahead and amp ourselves up. That we are not suffering in -8 brand. I don't know, freaking... As long as that first one doesn't hit us, we should be fine. So let's go for Onrush. That's our best bet. Let's go for Bloody Storm, because that'll hit multiple. We kind of have to go all in here. So, Stab. Slash. And of course she went for Hakma with this one. Okay. -8 power, so Hakma is absolutely in trouble here. Yikes, man. And we can't stop Gabura from getting absolutely nay-nayed, so let's just hope it's good enough. Wow, that rolled literally nothing despite all of our strength? Sure. Well, we're staggered. Hakma's dead. Okay, wow, we actually overpowered the +10 it got. Yeah, Hakma's dead. Nothing to be done about it. He's guaranteed staggered because she got all of the hits on him. Oh yeah, also in Sadness is just gonna hit us 1,000 times, so there's that as well. Bro, I literally don't know what to do here. Like, this is just ridiculous. How are you supposed to do these fights, bro? What is the goal here? We're just dead no matter what we do. Like, and then if she wins all of her clashes, Carmen, and she will... The damage taken is shared by the characters with marks. But she doesn't... But nobody has mark. They have brand. Which I guess is the mark. So we're supposed to kill characters by hitting her and they die? I don't get it. God, I don't get it. This fight is just miserable, bro, already. I am already just not having a good time. This is so stupid. I'm gonna keep trying, obviously, but... I don't know, man. This is, okay. This is all we got. Let's just hope that our counter dice are able to carry us. Nope. She hit with both, and we're dead. The end. Thanks for playing. There's nothing else to be done. Instant kill. Now, here's something of note. It mentions Librarian selected 2 out of 3. But there's literally no one else selectable. Here, so are we technically supposed to have a 3rd character here? I have an idea. Unfortunately, if I click leave, we have to restart from the very start. Screw that. I'm gonna give this try. We're just gonna run it through, see what happens, and then I have an idea. Nope. Okay, that doesn't work. Well, it's worth a try. Really? I see bugs like this are still around. God, am I glad that the attempts are at least somewhat short, because we are stuck and there's nothing to do. Wait, what? What happened? What the heck happened? Wait, they only have 2 branded. We don't have any brand. Wait, wait, what? What happened? Wait, this is actually a god run? Oh god, of course, this is a time that Okay, so I had a plan here. I guess technically we can still do it. So, my thinking is, right, we just gotta stagger the dudes. And then... So, Hakma has to go after the dudes, right? And... Gebura has to go after Carmen, because otherwise there's just no way we win these clashes. And even with that, it is still iffy. I don't know what's happening here, but this is like actually the god run. Okay, hang on a minute. So my idea was I was gonna spam damage ups and then just go for Mountain of Corpses and just roll over their entire health bar. But we phase changed really, really fast, which is, I don't think ever happened before, or if it has, I clearly was not paying enough attention. Okay, hang on, I gotta focus up. It's time to lock in. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is like quite literally a do or die situation. God dang it, bro. Okay. Time to test the theory. Go. Why did it go for that page? That is not the page that I saw that it had hovered, but fine. Wow. Okay. No more counter dice. That's -1 stack. Okay, Blockma surviving. Gebura, damage up next scene. Deity going off. Okay. I don't know if that worked or not, but it was -1 brand on us. God, they barely took any damage from that. That was so much damage. We have to use ego amplification. It's literally just up to Gabura. If she doesn't clash with Carmen, then it's just a loss. It's just over. Okay. We can't let that hit. We don't have anything strong enough to stop it, though. The only thing we do have costs too much. Let's see. +2, +4. No. So +4. 7 to 12 +4. That's 11 to 16. Oh, that's not good odds. Greatsword has a chance. Okay. We're not going to be able to proc Instinct. It kind of just is what it is. But we have every single one of her dice ready to be dealt with by Gabura. So Hakma has to just deal with everybody else. So, you know what? Godsend Prophet. Become unclashable. Dang, I would have liked Gabura to have that. That's okay. Long Quest for the Truth. Reminisce. And then just go for a second Reminisce. Okay, it won't stagger. As long as we win a single clash on these pages, it will not stagger. Good. We're getting a bunch of gays. Not much to be done about it. Okay. We actually won the Lament. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. Blah, blah. If we have to stagger them, we just succeeded. It didn't seem to do much. He just kind of fully recovered, but... Okay, counter dice, honestly, getting some extremely good value. Unexpectedly good value. Deity going off on Carmen. Did that do anything for us? Because it sure didn't feel like it. Oh, it makes him untargetable? What? I thought it made us untargetable. What do you mean it makes him untargetable? What kind of stupidity is that? Oh. Oh. I guess to punish counter dice? Oh my god. Bro, it just never ends. What is this fight? Oh. God, how are we supposed to win this? We can't even kill the frickin' guys. So we have to kill them without Brand, right? So, oh, sorry about the flashing. So that means that we need to get rid of their Brand. At the end of each act, if there is no dice left in Blooming Paradise, reduce the stack by 1. But she's consistently giving them more stacks. So how are we supposed to do this exactly? Neglect. I guess it doesn't say target becomes untarget. It doesn't say target becomes untargetable, so I guess I should have known, but... Okay, we have 1 stack of Brand. Let's use Amplify so that it's not a -1. If all dice hit, you will gain a stack of Red Mist. That would be pretty useful right about now. Target's power Does not increase while using this page. Okay. So we need to stop that. So we go boom. Is this targeting something? No. Okay. Now we go boom. Boom. Okay. Stab. There's nothing she's using that prevents us from just attacking. So I don't think Red Mist fills the air will actually work. Let's try Red Mist. Let's just try it. Block on block action. Do we think that'll work? I honestly don't know, but let's just try it anyway. Let's go for some counter dice to defend ourselves. Let's just go double block. And then let's just do some damage. Good. Technically, we only need to win a single clash on any page for her not to stagger and then kill us. That's technically all we need to do. Okay, we shouldn't get staggered here, because we want to clash. Good. 3 left. Counter dice, getting good value. He's untargetable again, because it went after that page. Okay, Gabura taking some big damage. Okay, he gets staggered, doesn't matter. Okay, Oh! Did that count? -1 brand. This guy is at 1. He is at 1. Issue. I don't think that has a cap, does it? Of course not. Every time we stagger them, they are getting empowered. Presumably up to a cap of 5, although it does not specify any cap. Gabura can only go after Carmen this turn. $15 to $22. Oh man, I don't know if we can block it. We have +2 power and that's it. Onrush, maybe? 17, so that goes 19 to 32. It's good enough. Let's use Greatsword. Okay. Then we use Greatsword again. Then we just go all in on Carmen, because there's really nothing else that we can do. I'm gonna go for Revelation, just because I think it is going to be the best move. There's no counter dice, so we should be fine. Counter... Let's block. Oh man, Gabura's gonna get staggered and killed, because we can't stop Sadness from going off. And it goes off up to +10. Oh. There's literally nothing we can do. There's actually nothing we can do. We can give a little bit of protection, and that's it. And then let's try to clash win with the block. Okay, we both block. That's good. We won 1 clash, that's all we need. Okay. Revelation, good stuff. Onrush, good. Now, there is a chance that Gabura is going to stop some of those other pages from going off. Counter dice, did protect us enough. Okay, so Gabura is still in the fight. She's not down yet. Okay. 3 left. None left. Okay, he gets another endurance and stagger. Or endurance and strength, my bad. Okay. We can kill the bottom apostle. We can actually kill the bottom apostle this turn. Okay. God, we don't have enough damage. Oh, we don't have enough damage. Ah! We don't have enough damage. Ah! Okay. How am I gonna do this? Amplification is going. Do we trust in Blockma? Do we trust our boy? 7 to 9. We trust Blockma this turn. Blockma? You gotta get some good blocks in here, buddy. We have to get more light on Gabura or else we're already dead. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, go for one-sided, just so we can reduce the amount of damage that we're gonna take. Okay, we gotta stop some of these dice from going off. How am I gonna do this? Ugh! There's so much we need to clash with. It's just so much. Okay, hang on. Slash with the broadsword. Boom. Onrush should get rid of all the dice, which allows us to get some relatively free hits. Slash with the broadsword. Then we start going for some one-sided damage. That's about all we can do. I'm gonna amplify Ego one more time just to bump up our damage. And that's it. That's all we got. Come on, Blockma. Come on! We're also getting very close to being staggered on Gabura. Okay, good. Counter dice working out beautifully for us. Oh my goodness. Counter dice keeping us absolutely safe, but Sadness is gonna get multiple hits here. Okay, that should be all counter dice dealt with. That's reduced emotion level. Okay. Gabura is staggered here. Rest in peace. The power of the dice on this page is equal to the number of brand stacks present in the stage times 8. If all assistants win, the number of brand layers of all characters will be reduced by -1. On hit, the target loses all positive status and cannot gain positive status in this scene. I think it's over.
Can't win any of these clashes. And we're gonna get staggered. 12 to 19. That's not good odds. 8 to 11. Nope. It's over. There's no getting out of this one. Best runs so far, but it's over. So close. So close. I mean, unless Gabura can literally pull out a miracle here, there's nothing to be done. It's over. Dang. I don't know, man. That is the single closest attempt that we've had so far. What is there to do? I literally can't get closer than that. I don't know where we're supposed to do enough damage. I guess maybe I just didn't manage... I didn't manage Gabura's light well enough? I don't know. God. How long have I been at this? Or, like, legit, how many hours have I been at this? I have been, like, just slamming my head against this wall for a while now. I'm gonna, on screen here, the start of the recording to now. So, at the moment I finish, you know, this, we're gonna see. I've been at this for a while, and that is the closest that I've gotten so far. And honestly, I'm so disheartened at this point. I'm just like, screw this, bro. What am I supposed to do? It feels like there's something missing here. Like, holy! I think we pretty much have it as close to figured out as possible. It's just, god dang, I can't do it. If... Oh, if I have Gabura focus against Carmen, she generates no strength, no damage up, no light, no draw. And then it's basically up to Hakma to block everything. But then if RNG is bad, we have to spend one of our very precious light on Gabura to make sure that she is not the one who gets the negative power. But then... we also have to have RNG not go off where it's using the power reversal effect, and we need to have the effect where it's not using the Gabura card, where if you use a mass attack, they gain literally 5,000 strength and nullify the mass attack altogether. So, you need RNG and RNG and RNG and RNG and RNG and RNG, and then skill. Oh, RNG killed you. It doesn't matter how good you were. Lamau, lol, XD, Lamau even. God, man. Like, it really feels like I've got the troll version of this mod or something, especially because of the random, like, tooltips from whoever did the
the translation, just leaving their own comments in there. Very immersion breaking, by the way. This is a puzzle, and it literally feels like I'm missing half of the puzzle. I don't get it. God! And I've been at this for so many hours. And I may not know exactly how much time has passed. I know it's been hours. I have been watching the freaking sun go down. More so the moon go up, because I record in the middle of the night, but you know what I mean. I don't know, man. This fight literally feels impossible. Like, I genuinely feel like we're missing something here, and I don't know what it is. And it's like... You know what this feels like, genuinely? I was thinking about this, and I think I've come up with the perfect quote. Quote me on this if you want. The better a mod looks, the worse it is balanced. If the mod is beautiful, you're in for a bad time. If the mod looks like crap, that is going to be the best mod ever made. Finding a healthy balance is just near impossible. Like, this mod looks fantastic. 10 out of 10. God, the balance is horrendous. Like, I managed the initial puzzle however long ago that was. What are you supposed to do here? What is the play? Like, it literally feels like I'm missing something. And I'm just like, what do I do? Literally, what do I do? Because I feel like I've exhausted everything. And it's not like I could just build differently because they're preset builds. They're preset characters. Like, the most that I can do is kill 2 of the apostles and somehow begin that stage without her giving everybody all the effects. I really don't know what caused that. So that right there tells me I'm missing something, because if there's a way to do that consistently, then you saw, we did pretty freaking good. But how am I supposed to trigger it? Don't know. It just kind of happened. And then, God, it's literally just gonna come down to RNG. Like, I'm not a very talented gamer, right? And for the most part, I like to think that I am very determined. But Ruina mods in, I'm gonna say this year, I think that's fair to say, have just whittled me down. Like, I don't know who is No. Correction. I know who's balancing it, the person who made the mod. Who is giving the okay? Were these tested? And if they were, get them retested. You know, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Jealous freaking Flower did it better. Jealous Flower, of all things, added an easy mode for plebs like me, while keeping the true experience as a separate thing. Why can't more mods do that? Why can't there be, for example, if you remember the Rabbit reception of that Rabbit and Steel game, there was the easy mode, the normal mode, and then the extreme mode. Why can't more mods do that? I don't know, because, this is the way I envision it. Completely impossible, so nobody even gets to experience the entirety of my mod. Ha 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 ha! You have to cheat if you want to see all of my mods. Ha ha! That's how I feel about freaking Garu's mods. It's like beautiful mods. Garo, very talented. I don't know who does the sprite work, if it's Garo themselves or like, you know what? I don't know what the deal is. Doesn't matter. Beautiful mods, terrible balance. I feel the exact same way here. Utterly beautiful sprite work. Beautiful backgrounds. Beautiful card works. Balance, horrendous. You basically just went 1,000, 1 million, 1,000, 1 million, 1,000, 1 million, 1,000, 1 million player. 1. It's like, what? And there's people who can beat this with like their eyes closed, blindfolded, they can't hear anything, no music cues. Oh, they only permanently roll 1. I don't know how you freaking people do it. But I'm not one of you. Imagine, bro. That would have been 3 dead. Ugh. Yeah, now they're hyper buffed because, I don't know, they just gained 1 million stats for no reason. Fanaticism. So Blockma can't do anything. Indulgent. Frickin' brother. I don't know, man. I'm just... Maybe I'm getting too old for Ruina mods, bro. I don't know. I was so excited to play this mod because I was like, yes, I finally get True White Knight back. Yippee! And now I'm just like, what's the point, bro? God, I'm so terrible at these mods. Or the balance is terrible. It's one or the other. Well, it can be both, but I'm gonna say it can't be both. I don't know, why don't we let the game decide? It probably knows better than I do, right? Well, apparently Blockman did literally nothing, so he's now staggered, right? Nope. Well, I wasn't wrong, and we're staggered and we're both dead. Well, clearly the game knows better than I do. Freaking worthless. You know what? Freaking, I'm done. I'm not doing this again. Alright, so... we can't do that route, so whatever, frickin'. I guess True White Knight is just a thing of the past, because screw it. I can't do it. I gave it an honest attempt. What was that? Like, I don't know how many attempts that was, but it was sure a lot. I don't know. So, I'm just... I was reading a bit of the comments. Apparently, the reason... the comments on the Steam page. Apparently, the only reason that route even triggers is because Angela hits 1 health. Don't know how she did, but... so, I'm just gonna take a peek at the other potential route and see how insane that one must be, because we're clearly not doing the Angela's in pain route, so let's do the Protect Angela route and see if maybe that's a little bit better. I don't know if we're gonna fully do it in this episode. I don't know. My spirit in this mod is pretty broken, so we'll just... let's get to it first, and then we'll read the passives, and we'll, you know, just see how it goes, I guess. Oh, is that why she was randomly taking 25 damage? Is because of, Apocalypse Bird? Is that why that was happening? Okay, I see. I understand. Yes, yes, that's why that was happening. Very well. Okay, so... I don't know if we've survived long enough, but they're going for Lear, so let's hope that this is enough. Ideally, we should be blocking absolutely everything. We blocked it all, but she took... what did she take damage from? Dude, she had 100... let me guess, just the stupid distortion route or whatever it is. Please calm down, listen, he gathered followers. So, you're supposed to keep her alive to get to the other route? How? Because to me, it kind of just looks like she dies and that's it. I don't get it, bro. I don't understand. So, you're supposed to keep her alive for long enough, and even though she did not take a single hit, she still dies. So, what's the deal? Because I get it, you know, frickin' Apocalypse Bird is dealing like 25 damage a turn, right? And then Lear happens, let's assume she takes 50? 120 minus 50 is not 0. So, how am I supposed to keep her alive? I don't know. So, hang on. I want to double check something. Okay, we're here again. So, at the beginning of each scene, da-da-da.
When the health of a character other than yourself in this stage reaches 1, it will recover all physical strength and reduce its something something. So, absolutely nothing. What? Hang on a minute. Emotion level, question mark, by strength, reaching 1. If there is Book Hunter's page in the library, and the health is not 1 after the end of scene 6. Okay, so we have Book Hunter, and other than the phantom damage that she took, do they have a passive I'm not knowing about? Okay, hang on a minute. She does count as friendly because she gets the protection and stagger protection. So it is not God Sends Prophets that's killing her, because she is a friendly target and therefore cannot be an enemy target. So, okay, hang on a minute. I need to double check some passives. So let's frickin' get to the end again. Yeah. Okay, she took 50. Why? What made her take 50 damage? Wait a minute. Oh my god. It reduces her max health by 50? Bro. What part of this passive specifies her? Especially because all enemies are recovering. Why would I ever think that it was enemy? No, why would I ever think that it's Angela, not the enemies? There is literally nothing specifying that it reduces her max health. Especially because she's not gaining 1 strength. So, why would I think it's her? And it doesn't matter that she's negative, that she has 5 feeble, it would still show that she has 1 strength. So that passive applies to her. So it reduces her max health by 50 and gives them 1 strength. Oh, you don't think you could have specified that? Alright, let's assume that's doing damage. So she should be at an interval of 4 health, right? Yeah, and then the big scary bee shows up. Yeah. Okay. Is that what's doing it? Is it this guy? The fact that he deals damage to us, whether we block him or not, is that what's doing it? Because it must be. Let's see, and then this doesn't apply to anyone. Despair. Yup. She's not clashing, so that doesn't matter. This isn't doing damage. Yeah, this is debuffing us, but it's not doing anything else. This, I know for a fact this is doing damage. Okay, hang on a minute. Then, she takes 3 from corrosion. If you are not staggered, it will cause damage to Angela equal to the number of unused parry dice in this page x the number of corrosion stacks existing in the stage. Is that what's nuking her? That must be what's doing all that damage. Okay. I see. So, you are the culprit, Mr. You know, whatever you-ma-call-it. Well, frickin' red mist fills the air then. Goodbye. That didn't stagger him, so Angela's about to take a ton of damage, right? Okay, she's at 227, don't forget. So now, she's at 209. Okay. Damage increase applied. It also increases stagger damage dealt. Now, are your passives different? No. What about Lear?
All other characters take twice as much physical damage from attacks. All dice of characters targeting or targeted by the selected librarian lose 3 power. Okay. And you're probably still doing a ton of damage. Let's see, is this doing damage? No. Okay. So this is the only thing we really need to worry about doing damage. So, Onrush, get rid of that immediately. Then, make sure he is staggered out of his mind. Then, let's get health. Health. Nothing else we can do can increase the amount of health that we get, so... Revelation. So, 1, 2, 3... Okay, that's a little too many. 1, 2, 3... Okay. And Onrush will go 1, 2, 3. So Angela should be relatively safe here, but let's find out. She's at 209. Okay, staggered. Good. She's down to 59 health. What happened? Why did she take so much damage? Okay, she's at 24. And that guy got through, so it's over. What did all that damage to her, though? I don't understand what is doing all this damage to her. Like, literally, I don't Is it this magic bullet guy? Is he just dealing, like, a crap ton of phantom damage? That must be what's going on. So... Dang it, I clicked. So he deals 1 to 7, even if he loses a clash, right? And then, Lear, you're taking double. So let's say he max rolled all 3 hits. 14, 14, 14. So, 28. That's, I don't know, like 40 or something. I don't know, I don't care. So that's a lot of potential damage from that guy. Then, but she was at like 200 health. So even if he max rolled all 3 times, that's like tops 60 damage. So she would be at 140. So that doesn't check out either. Is there another passive that I missed? Oh god, go again. Okay. You know what? There's only one good way to truly test this. So, let's stagger our man here. Okay, in theory, we should just flat kill him this turn. So, she is at 101 health. It is her that takes damage. She is the one who takes 50 damage whenever we kill something. Why does it not specify that she is the one taking damage? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. When the health of a character other than yourself in this stage reaches 1, it will recover all physical strength, and this character will lose 50 health. It's that simple. One little change of the wording, and suddenly, boom, it is so much more clear. Dude, I should not have had to go so out of my way to figure out this passive, brother. Anyway. So, I'm gonna call this episode here, because I'm done with this mod. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Do you want me to cheat just to see the rest of the Distortion route story, get the rewards, maybe use it, whatever? If yes, I will just, at the start of the next video, I will just show everything in the end, yippee, you know, whatever, yippity-doo-dah. And that'll be how we start the next episode. Alternatively, if we want to add this to the list of mod Shadow has never properly beaten, You know, so be it. We'll just never have a true White Knight ever again. So I leave it in your guys' hands. Do you want me to cheat and just see how that route ends and just, you know, whatever? And also, do you want me to go through the alternative route? Because, honestly, I'm only going to do it if you guys want me to. This mod, it went from, like, one of my favorites to this has completely ruined my perception of it. So if you guys want to see it, let me know. I'll do it. Overall rating, artwork, 10 out of 10. Sprite work, 10 out of 10. Anything relating to art, perfect. Anything relating to balance, 1 out of 10. Awful balance in the Distortion route. I don't know. The other route might be even better. I'm saying Distortion because that's what I read, but it's more, I guess, Carmen and Angela route. I don't know. Also, the English translation, rough. It needs another look over as far as the passives and everything go. It is extremely unclear. And I should not have to test theories just to figure out that a passive is not working as stated. That's just my opinion. I'm just a random guy who plays mods, so what do I know? But yeah, the translation makes that a little bit rough to understand. I'm sure that there is some way to beat the route legit that I'm just not seeing. I don't know what it is. But it, like, well and truly feels like we are missing something. Like, we have Book Hunter, which doesn't actually appear to be doing anything in the mod, so I don't know why it specifies that we need Book Hunter's page, because I got it right here, and it ain't doing squat. I have it in Hakma's floor. I tried it in the general floor, because that's where she's had a permanent seat since we got her in whatever episode that was. I don't know. It honestly just feels like a lot of stuff in this mod just doesn't work. I said it before, I'm gonna repeat it. It feels like this mod is a puzzle, and half of the pieces are missing, so the puzzle is completely undoable. And based on how broken that passive text is, I'm gonna say that I'm right. I don't know though, because people in the Steam comments seem to be praising it on like, oh, it's so easy. Oh, it's so enjoyable. Yeah, the second part was. I loved the second part of this mod. That puzzle was a ton of fun. I would rather do that 3 times over than do this crap. Unless of course you guys want to see it again, in which case, you know, whatever, I'll come back to it. It's not a Babel situation yet. I'm disappointed. Because I was waiting to do this mod for so long. I was waiting for any translation. I was so excited to do this mod. And it's really just been a huge letdown. Whether that's because of my own skill or something with the mod is broken, I don't know. Like, I don't know, maybe Scorched Child is breaking something for all I know. It entirely could be that, I don't know, but it's using these ego pages as if it's nothing anyway, so... It's literally doing the freaking Unifying Minds build, so... I don't know. Maybe there's just... Maybe that's breaking it, but I really don't know. Yeah, Book Hunter doesn't seem to do anything. There's potential that, Scorched Child is breaking it. I don't know. I gave it an honest attempt. Future Shadow, say how many attempts I gave the stage. As a reminder, just in case it's been a while. The stage itself, not the build-up to the stage. The build-up to the stage is probably a lot more. But yeah, let me know what you guys want me to do. If you want me to just, you know, unflappable, get through it, show the story, artwork, you know, rewards, all that, I will. If you guys want to see the Angela route, let me know. I will. But yeah, huge disappointment. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one.
Bye.